Welcome to Eat Your Peas, the podcast about doing what's good for yourself, even when you don't feel like it. I'm Lilly Rachels, and I'm serving up bite-sized growth principles to help you build happier and healthier relationships. Hey guys, welcome back to Eat Your Peas. Today, we're going to look at how to determine what your core values are. So go get some paper and a pen, and we'll get started. So step number 1, I want you to make a list of anything that matters to you in your life and or in relationships with another person. Don't overthink it. Anything that comes to mind, I want you to write it down. Some examples of this could be passion, open-mindedness, being the best, adventure, empathy, diversity, resilience, happiness. Anything that you think of, go ahead and put down on this list. And give yourself a couple minutes to do this so it's very thorough. Step 2, on a new sheet of paper, I want you to make a list of things you despise. These would be the types of things that truly make your blood boil. They could be things like abuse, dishonesty, lying, cruelty, anything of that nature. Go ahead and make an extensive list, just like list 1, but this time of the things that you truly despise. After you've made that list, go back to your first list and begin to group things together. So if you have different things on there like cheerfulness, happiness, inspiration, optimism, all those things are pretty similar. So I want you to group them together and then pick one word to sum up that category. If you have a list of things like wealth, security, independence, growth, freedom, group those things together and then pick one word to sum up that category. Now on that second list of the things you despise, start to do the same thing. Group things together and then use one word to define the category. Now, this is what really helped me dig down deep on my core values. Look at list 1 and list 2, your grouped together words, and look for opposites. For instance, for me, kindness is a core value. When I had that second list of things that I despise in life, cruelty was something that I despise. So when I could see that it's like, oh, I truly value this, and this is something I hate, I was able to find the sweet spot of that's where my core value is. Now, don't sweat it if you don't have a lot of opposites on your list. That's okay. I want you to pick 3 to 5 things from that positive list, and I want you to evaluate whether or not those things are present in your life. For instance, if you value mindfulness, are you a mindful person? Are you thoughtful? Are you intentional about the way that you make decisions? Do you have an appreciation for life? So see if mindfulness shows up in your life and shows up in your relationships. Do I really resonate with this thing, or did I just pick this word because it's a popular thing to pick? Like making a difference. Making a difference sounds great, but does making a difference truly show up in your life? Is that something that you do, something that you value? So once you evaluate your words, I want you to really try to pick just 3 things. You can pick up to 5, but I find it useful to keep this list small. And the reason is these 3 things will help you make decisions for the rest of your life. Once you determine what your core values are, the biggest things to you, not things that matter, the things that matter the most, it will really help you when you have a tough decision or even a small decision. So here's myself as an example. My 3 core values are kindness, honesty, and independence. Any time in my life that I look back and I have regret, it's because I didn't act in accordance with those 3 things. I made decisions that did not involve either kindness, honesty, or independence, and sometimes I made decisions that didn't involve any of those things. And those are the moments that I regret because I acted in a way that did not align with who I am as a human being at my core. So once you've had a chance to sit down and look at what you've written, evaluate whether or not it's showing up in your life, and pick those 3 things, This is where the practice comes in. Over the next week, I want you to practice making decisions that involve those three things. So for instance, if we'll go back to mindfulness, if that's one of your core values and you find yourself making impulsive, snap decisions, you need to check yourself and be like, oh, do I tend to regret or not feel very great after I make those impulsive choices? Because I'm not being mindful about what I'm doing. I'm not being intentional. I'm not showing thoughtfulness. And start to evaluate. And then when it comes time to make another decision, take a second. Be thoughtful. Involve mindfulness. That's one of your core values, right? And then try to make decisions based out of your core values. And at the end of the week, you might be like, screw it, mindfulness is not that important to me. Let me go back to my list and see what else might be. This is going to be kind of a troubleshoot thing to figure out exactly what your core values are. But I promise you this, once you are truly able to identify your core values, the things that matter the most to you, and start to live in accordance with those values, your decisions will become easier, your regrets, if you have them, will become a lot less, and you're going to feel better as a person because you're truly honoring what you believe in and who you are. Don't forget to eat your peas this week, guys.